What's up, guys? Luis with Fine God Podcast, back to you with a second show. Surprise show, honestly. Wasn't really thinking about doing this one, but gonna do this one solo dolo, and it's pretty late at night. So yeah, let's get kicking into it. Today's topic, we're actually gonna roll into the topic of Messi and him in Argentina winning the FIFA 2022 World Cup. Really big accomplishment for him. It's been a long-awaited trophy that he's been trying to get his hands on since the beginning of his career. He played his first World Cup in 2006 in Germany with Argentina, alongside a lot of great players. And, after 2006, 2010, getting eliminated by Germany in quarterfinals, 2014 playing the final and losing against Germany 1-0, getting eliminated in the round of 16th to France in the 2018 World Cup, and now all the way to what could potentially be his last World Cup, 2022 Qatar, in which he won all the way. They started off with a really bumpy, with a bump in the road, losing 1-0 to Saudi Arabia. Biggest surprise to me at the start of the World Cup. Just to prove to you that anything is possible. In that game, Lautaro Martinez had 3 offside goals. Messi scored a penalty. I think Messi even had an offside goal as well, from what I can remember. Second goal, Saudi Arabia, was a extreme banger, super beautiful. Inside, I think it was outside, either inside the box, but top bins. And a lot of people kind of compare Argentina's run to Spain in 2010, because Spain happened to lose their first game in the World Cup in 2010 South Africa, and they went all the way to win the whole tournament, just how Argentina just did now. There have been, a lot of things, and, like, for an example, what's going on with Messi, future for international career. How is the team going to look like in the future as well, knowing that they got future young bright stars? Well, I got answers, and I got my own opinion and my own answers towards those two topics. Another question is, will they win the next World Cup? Will they win the next Copa America, which happens to be the South American Cup? His future, I really feel like Messi will eventually still play La Copa America 2024. Now that he is getting old, and today he happened just to extend his PSG contract for the 2023-2024 season. There were rumors about him going to Miami, but looks like that's not possibly going to go through now at this point. I would honestly say that he will play La Copa America. After what he did, it wouldn't even surprise me if he makes it to the 2026 World Cup in USA, Mexico, Canada. Copa America is definitely going to be there. Do they have a chance to win it? Yes, I would honestly say, young stars like Dybala, which happen to be bench a lot, Lisandro Martinez, great center back, Otamendi, very aggressive center back as well, really great in what he does. Dibu Martinez happens to be a mentality monster, would really get to your head when it comes to penalties. Great goalie overall. Enzo Fernandez as well got the Young Best Player award and the World Cup as well, scoring an absolute screamer against Mexico, and one of the best goalies to play the FIFA World Cup, which happens to be Memo Ochoa. One of the best goalies, like historically in that tournament. He gets a lot of the credit, but he's not playing for a contender international team. No offense to Mexico or anything like that, but I'm just saying what it is. And Lisandro Martinez, as I was saying, McAllister, which happens to be a monster as well. There's just rumors about him going to Chelsea. And who is number 9? Again, Julian Alvarez, that happens to be a monster. Just honestly, outrageously great duo that him and Messi made this tournament right here. I honestly feel like that he's going to go off in Man City. Hopefully, I'm not really sure how the formation is looking like right now in Manchester City and what Pep is working with, but putting him and Haaland alongside with each other will be outstanding. Really will basically have the Premier League on hold at that point. Just a lot of great players overall. Defense, midfield. De Paul is amazing as well. I already mentioned McAllister. Lautaro Martinez, even though he had a really bad World Cup, in my opinion, not a really bad, but he did have a pretty bad World Cup. People were labeling him as a second Gonzalo Higuain, missing a lot of clear chances, a lot of crucial opportunities for Argentina. So, yeah. And another thing is, will Messi make it to the 2026 World Cup? I think so, maybe. If not, he definitely will be alongside the squad. How I'm saying, after what he did, having 6 goals, and I think it's 3 assists in the whole tournament. First player to score in each round of the World Cup, in the Men's World Cup at least. Group stage, round of 16th, quarterfinal, semifinal, and final. It's just crazy though. Like what he did was, I mean, who knows? It probably could happen. And Kylian Mbappe, in my opinion, is another monster as well. We got to give credits to France as well for playing that tough game, for really turning around what happened to be a really boring game. I was honestly ready for Argentina to lift the cup up, but Kylian Mbappe and the 2 subs that went in for Dembele and Giroud really turned the game around. Had a really crucial chance in the last seconds of extra time, which I honestly thought that France won at that point. But Dibu Martinez came in clutch for Argentina. I don't really mean to go like here and there with the topics, but just understand me. Another thing too, will they win Copa America? I think so. I honestly think that they probably will get their hands on that. I don't really like to admit as much. I'm Ecuadorian. For the people that know me, I'm all about Ecuador when it comes to World Cups, Copa America. Like I choose my team over everything else, no matter how bad they are. That's just me. But I really feel like Brazil will probably take over as well. So now that I'm really thinking about it, they missed out on a big chance, losing to Croatia in the penalties. So I really feel like Brazil, will really, really try their best to, lift up another title as soon as they can. Now really going into the final as well, final ended off 3-3, hat-trick by Kylian Mbappe, a double by Messi, and a goal by Di Maria, which Di Maria happens to be a really good player in finals. A lot of people say if he would have played the 2014 final, would have been different. I think so. But then again, too, things didn't go as they did. He came up injured for the final in 2014, but really good lineup. A hustling De Paul as well. When he would mess up in the midfield, he'd go back and redeem himself. Just a really great game. France, played really well. Mbappe, amazing. Chouameni, Camavinga, amazing in my opinion. Theo Hernandez was a really good player as well. The 2 subs that came in for Dembele and Giroud turned around the game. Nothing but respect to these players that I barely even knew. And if we really think about it, France did pull up to a World Cup. Them being the champions from the previous tournament, they went on to outbeat the whole champions curse. They didn't get eliminated in group stage. They played the final with 4 missing key players: Kante, Paul Pogba, Nkunke, and Karim Benzema, which Karim Benzema happens to be the current Ballon d'Oro holder right now at the moment. Had an amazing 21-22 season with Real Madrid, winning the Champions League, La Liga, and the UEFA Super Cup, and the Spanish Super Cup as well. Props to France all the way. That last minute play from France. If only that one player would have given that pass to Mbappe, things would have been different. But everything happened for a reason. Dibu Martinez is a mentality monster and is just a whole other person when it comes to penalties. Like, just imagine being that good. And, he very crucial for this Argentinian squad as well. And as well, a lot of my props go to Lionel Scaloni. Scaloni, that happens to be the Argentinian head coach. Really great what he did. He was part of Jorge Sampaoli's management in the 2018 World Cup. Jorge Sampaoli happens to be their old manager. But honestly, wrapping things up here, Argentina did what they had to do, losing one game, beating Poland, beating Mexico, beating Australia, beating Netherlands in penalties, beating Croatia 3-0, and then beating France in penalties as well. I never really thought that Argentina would have beaten Croatia 3-0, and Croatia, having a pretty stacked squad as well. But other than that, guys, that is all. That is all for tonight. Y'all go ahead and like and subscribe. Find God. Y'all can find me on TikTok, Instagram as well. I'll go ahead and be posting that in the description. And yeah, peace out.